Election Watch. It is less than 1 week until Northport citizens elect their next group of leaders. To help you know more about the candidates for mayor, we're featuring all 4 of them right here this week on WVUA News at 5. Today we welcome mayoral candidate Frank Chandler to our studios. We're certainly glad to have you here today.
Thank you for the opportunity of being here.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about your background and why you think that's important for people to know about.
I think it's important. We've got a lack of leadership in Northport, and I believe I bring the qualities of leadership too. I have in the past been a supervisory test engineer on the secret SR-71 Blackbird project, supervising hundreds of employees, so I learned leadership at that point. I'm also a professional engineer, running my own engineering company since retiring from Alabama Power Company, in which I got an engineering and a marketing background working with Alabama Power Company. So I think I bring a lot of good qualities to the mayoral job that hadn't been there before.
Let's talk a little bit about, of course, with the role of police chief in Northport and how you as mayor would work with the police chief.
Well, that's the reason why I keep bringing out about leadership. If we had had leadership in the mayoral position in the city of Northport the last 4 years, we wouldn't have the dysfunctional police department that we have now. And the first thing I'll do as mayor when I get in there and we get a new police chief, I want the police chief reporting directly to me, and we'll set the goals. I'll get out and work with him and set the goals and the timetable to meet those goals, so that we have the best police department, not just Northport, but in the county of Tuscaloosa.
All right. Also, meter charges. There's something that you want to stress to Northport residents about that.
Well, Northport needs to grow. And in growing, we've got to encourage people to come in, and we can't set barriers to growth. And as an engineering company, I worked on a job in which a company decided not to locate in Northport simply because of the meter charges. So I would do away with the meter charges both on residential and commercial right from the get-go. It's a small amount of money right now, but it defers growth from Northport.
All right. Also, the space across from Tuscaloosa, across the river, you've got some ideas for that.
Yes, everybody keeps talking about the old downtown development, but what I'd like to see, and I suggested it 4 years ago, and I would, as mayor, I would have to get up and get going quick, is that we need to work with the owners down there and provide free RV space for any of the Alabama fans coming in on game day weekends, and the city of Northport to provide the transportation, the security, and the lighting. And there wouldn't be nothing more glorious than to come across the river from Tuscaloosa and see the whole area covered up with RVs. If we had that, commercial developers would look and say, we can go in here and put a commercial development, and it will work and it will be financially stable.
All right. Well, Mr. Chandler, we appreciate you being with us here today. And of course, you've got less than a week until the election.
Yes, coming up, and I've already started standing on corners starting today and waving at people. So if they see me in a red shirt, and I'll just show them I got one-of-a-kind Alabama hat that my daughter and wife made for me here, and it works out real well.
Well, yeah, it keeps the sun out of your eyes, that's for sure. We appreciate you being with us here today, and we want you to know that you can see all of our candidate interviews that we've been doing this week online. If you go to WVUATV.com and just click Northport Mayor Election under the News tab, tomorrow we'll have Robert Thomas with us. He is going to be live here on WVUA News at 5 as we wrap up our candidate series. And of course, the Northport municipal elections are Tuesday, August 28th. Mr. Chandler, thanks again for being with us today.
Thank you for the opportunity to be in.